Hello everyone. Good morning. Hello, my name is Alexa. I'm one of the photo pros and Nautilus boards and sea creatures. Today we're gonna have with us Florence from ProDive. It's a company that organizes trips around Mexico. So yeah, feel free to ask any questions and let's invite her. Hello, Florence.
Hi.
Hi. I think your camera is on the other side. Yeah, that's better. How are you?
Good yourself.
Yeah, that's good. So we have a video from you guys from behind the mask. Do you want me to show it so you guys kind of have an idea of what they do? Okay.
Yes, of course. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Florence, can you tell us a little bit of what you guys, I think the video kind of explained it a lot, but can you tell us a little bit what you do, how it works?
So basically, we are a company based in Mexico, in the Riviera Maya, and in Cozumel. We have 10 dive centers in this area, and as well we have one in Dominican Republic. So what we offer is scuba diving. Obviously, we have as well snorkeling excursion. So we do diving in the ocean, so in Playa del Carmen, in the north of Playa, south of Playa. We have, of course, in some dive center in Cozumel, and we offer the cenotes diving in the mainland and other special seasonal excursion like bull shark diving in winter, shellfish snorkeling in winter as well, and in summer you can swim with whale sharks.
Oh, wow.
Yes, yes. We are very lucky to be in one area where we can dive all year round, and we have really a diversity of activities. And we do as well professional formation. We have a ProPro department. So that's pretty much what we do.
So I know you guys also send people to our liveaboards, right? So you kind of organize all the trips. So could you give us an example of how like you connect, because Mexico is huge, right? So going from Yucatan to Baja California is like a big distance. So how would you put a trip together?
So generally, so we have found this combination trip. So pretty much people could do 1 week in Cozumel, and then after they can go with you guys for 1 week or more if you want to do a liveaboard with you. It's actually quite easy to go to Baja California from Cancun to Mexico City, and then after to either Los Cabos or Ensenada.
Okay. So you do how many days do you normally, or that depends on the client, how many days you do in Yucatan, and then you do the liveaboard for 5 days, right?
So it's really completely customized. We really customize the packages regarding our client, they need, if they come from United States, if they come from Europe, because it really depends on how many days have our customers. So really personalized offer. But most likely, people stay for a week. Europeans have a tendency to stay a little bit longer because they are coming from further away, and it depends on the season as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. So do you have a lot of people that come in to do those trips, like to do Yucatan and then Guadalupe, or you do more like only Yucatan?
We do not have as much as we wish. Most of our business is in Yucatan, yes, in Cozumel, actually.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you been to Guadalupe?
I did.
Yeah.
I did actually, yes. When I was base leader in one of our dive center, I did quite well, and ProDive gave me this wonderful gift to be able to go in Guadalupe. Yes, I went 3 years ago already, and it was such a dream come true. Of course, I mean, who doesn't want to dive with great white sharks? No, it was amazing. The boat, the people, the service. I was really truly amazed. It was probably one of the best dive trip that I ever made.
Wow.
And I've been traveling a lot. So
Oh.
yeah. Really good. Now I want to go to Socorro.
Well, we're hoping that we can go on the 24th, because now we cancel the trip on the 22nd because the marina is not open. But we are hoping on the 24th there's a trip going on. Do you also do that combination trip of going Yucatan and then going on Socorro, or it's only Guadalupe?
Now we offer as well Socorro, huh? Both. Yes, of course. Of course, because actually Guadalupe was, from what I've seen, more famous than Socorro. But since a few years, I can really feel that now Socorro is really popping in the industry. So yes, more and more people are actually asking for Socorro. More and more, yes.
Okay, that's interesting. We have a question. Can you please tell us about the cenotes? When is the best time?
So actually, all year round, because the cenotes, so basically the cenotes, for those who don't know, so the peninsula of Yucatan, basically it's a limestone platform, and over the years, some parts collapse and then create sinkholes. And under this platform, we have a big underground system of rivers that we can dive. So basically, you're in the middle of the jungle. So it doesn't matter when. We can dive it all year round. And what is very special, and I think it's unique as well, is that you do not need to be cave certified or cavern certified to dive in cenotes. Not all are open for open water diver certified. but a lot are. And you have to be good with your buoyancy, obviously, because it's a very special environment. But any diver pretty much can go. We have, of course, different kind of cenotes. Some are more for beginners, some a little bit more for advanced divers. But this is something really unique because you have those caverns with the stalactites, the stalagmites, the sun, the lightning, which are entering in. It's just magical. This is something that I think every diver has to experience at least one in their life. Definitely.
Yeah. We have a question from Jen. How much experience do you need to dive cenotes?
So as I was mentioning, you need to be at least open water certified or equivalent. We always ask our divers to do at least one ocean dive before, so we make sure everything is right. You know, the equipment, your buoyancy, weights. Um, Generally, I would say that it's better if divers have at least maybe 20 or 25 dives, but sometimes, if someone has even less dives, they can be extremely comfortable. Basically, the most important is that you're comfortable in the water, that you have a good buoyancy, because of course you have to think that you have a roof over your head. And because it's a very delicate environment, you have to be careful of the stalactites, the stalagmites, not to move too much your fins, because then after it can be quite a nightmare inside. Um, but yes, it's quite easy. You don't have to be like a super experienced master diver to go in Cenotes. No. And anyway, you have a really precise briefing before entering. You have an instructor with you, a cave instructor, and they will make all the checks possible before entering, so you are safe. Because of course, the most important is you're safe.
Yeah, of course. And do you have a specific cenotes that you do? Do you do all the cenotes, or which ones are the ones that you normally put in the package?
It depends. It depends. We decide on a daily basis, considering the level of our divers. If we have divers which are already been diving with us, generally we go to Takmol, Taj Mahal, Dos Ojos. For more experienced diver, we can go to Mantelita or El Pit, which are both very, very famous. We have some divers which actually are coming just for the cenotes. They already know the area and they're telling us, look, I just want to do 1 week diving just cenotes. It's how passionate people get about cenotes. A lot of my diving instructor friends, they are here just for the cenotes. It's really patient. You have to try.
Yeah,
Please come.
yeah, for sure. We have a question. How the lionfish is affecting the Cozumel Reef and the Caribbean Reef?
That's a tough one. Well, I'm not a marine biologist, so I cannot really tell in detail how it affected. The lionfish is here since a while. Of course, as I think in many other Caribbean destinations, I think we can tell that maybe there's less fishing that it used to be in the past. But, well, unfortunately, I think it's worldwide. This being said, I've seen less than before. So I think maybe they're going deeper now. And as well, you cannot really forget that Cozumel is a marine park. So fishermen are not allowed in the marine park. So it is quite still preserved. honestly. Cozumel, I mean, I'm not a huge specialist of the Caribbean places. I know well Cozumel, but I think Cozumel is still really quite preserved. And that I don't really see anymore like such a big impact because of the lionfish. And actually, a lot of people are fishing the lionfish in Cozumel, and it's quite tasty. You should try the ceviche of lionfish.
Really? I didn't know that it was
Yeah,
tasty. I know.
it is.
Wow. I knew they had like problems with the lionfish, but I thought like it wasn't tasted, so people wasn't fishing it, so it was keep reproducing. That's amazing. That's good that it's tasty.
It's actually quite tasty, no? They make, in Cozumel, you have some places where they make ceviche of lionfish. One place they do pizza with lionfish. Quite good. Yeah. So here you go, come and taste.
Yeah, I'll go and taste it. So you mentioned before that depending of the level of the person, you take that person to a specific cenote. So what's the difference between an experience like one cenote that is more difficult and the other one that is not? So what's the experience? Is there's less holes to get out, or?
So basically, a cenote, which will be more for beginner, will be a cenote where there is not too much up and down. You will be most of the dive staying at the same depth. Cenotes, which is a little bit more open. All the cenotes that we take our divers are open because they are cavern. It's not cave diving. It's a difference. But yes, they're more open, less up and down, not as deep, of course. A cenote that will be more for advanced diver will be a deeper cenote, like Angelita or El Pit, because of their depth. Simple as this. And as well, cenotes were maybe a little bit more narrow or maybe a little bit darker. So maybe beginner will not feel as confident in this kind of situation.
Okay, interesting. We have another question. What's the best time for bull sharks?
So the bull shark season, so it's not like a rule, I mean, Mother Nature decide a little bit on sightseeing, but most generally it starts between November, December, up to March. It depends of the year. It really depends of the year. Sometimes they come and go. Yes, it's unpredictable, but it's in winter because the water gets a bit colder, and those are female that we see in Playa del Carmen, and they are coming up with the colder water. They're pregnant, so they are coming to give birth, even though we cannot observe that, but that's the theory.
Okay, so they're actually there to give birth.
That's the theory, yes.
Oh. So do you include that on your trips as well, the bull shark?
Yes, actually, it's becoming more and more famous that Playa del Carmen is a really good spot for shark diving. Because the water is still, when I say colder, it's still very warm.
Yeah.
We're in the Caribbean, so the water temperature will be maybe 27 degrees Celsius. So it's 26, maybe a little bit colder, but it's still really good. The visibility is really good. They are easy conditions. And we do daily trips. So we go for 2 dives per day during the season, obviously depending on our demands. And people are coming from Cozumel as well to do this dive. It's a big thing. It's a big thing in winter. We have a shark school as well. Depending on the year, we have a specialist which is coming. for a week and is making presentation about the bull shark. It's really, really well knowledge. And you do 2 dives per day with bull shark. Really cool.
That's cool. Are you able to see other types of sharks around the area?
So most in all year round in Cozumel you can see nurse shark. Sometimes you can see reef shark and of course in winter bull shark. That's and in summer whale shark in the area of Cancun. That's what you can see most of here.
We have a few more questions. How long the dives? Thing is, how long are the dives?
So depends. Obviously, we try to have 1 hour dive, including safety stop. In the case of the bull shark, because it's a deep dive, that we stay around 25 meters during all the dive. Depending if your nitrox or no, it will be a shorter dive. So if your nitrox, let's say that will take maybe 30, 35 minutes. If you're not, it might be less. And of course, it depends of your air consumption, obviously. In cenotes, most of the cenotes are shallow dives. Then we can easily do 1 hour. Cozumel, depend on the dive site, really. For the shallow dive sites, it's easy to do 1 hour. The wall dives, which are a little bit deeper, maybe less, depending. Really.
And how far from the shore is the bull sharks?
They're actually quite close. But we're not gonna scare people. They never come to shore. It's like 5 minutes boat ride, so I would say maybe 500 meters or so. It's close.
Yeah,
it's close. But,
yeah, it's pretty close.
They stay there. No worry to have.
And what kind of, as we have another question, it says, what kind of equipment do you need for diving in cenotes?
Regular, as an ocean dive, only that the cenotes are a little bit colder. You have to remember that it's fresh water. So generally, an average of 24, 25 degrees Celsius, which is in Fahrenheit 75 approximately. So you will need a thicker wetsuit. I will say minimum, we provide minimum 5 millimeter. A hood can be nice. And for people which are feel more chilly, maybe 7. So then, of course, you have to, yeah. Generally, ladies have wetsuit, and because it's fresh water, of course, we have to adjust your weight.
Yeah, I have dived in cenotes before, and that's one thing that I recommend. Like, have a 7 mil at least. I get pretty cold, but yeah, I recommend the 7 mil for sure.
Yes, and because you're not moving that much as well, so you have this feeling that it gets cold a little bit faster. Because when you think about it, 25 degrees, it's not as cold. But when you're pretty static for an hour, it does feel cold.
Yeah, it's kind of the same in Guadalupe, right? That the water is not that cold, but then you are not moving that much and you stay hours and hours there because sharks keeps coming and coming and you just stay there for hours. So you need to be warm if you want to stay there and be comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Because as well, we go for 2 dives. Generally, the excursion is that you go for 1 dive, then after you have a picnic, and then after you go for a second dive. So, and you have to think that in between, you're in the jungle and it's hot. So then to go back again, yes, you have to have like quite a nice wetsuit if you really want to enjoy it. Because when you get cold, you have a tendency to get heat bumps.
Yeah. So tell me about, because for me, just doing that experience of the cenotes and then flying and doing a completely different scenario and doing Guadalupe, wow, like you're having like the best of both worlds, right? So about like other clients that have done this, like what have their experience have been?
I think we are very lucky to be living in Mexico, and as you said, we have it all. I mean, you don't have to go that far. You stay in the Caribbean and you can discover this underground system, which is here since so many years. And you really have, I think, a lot of people say that it's just magical and that it's a life-changing experience as a diver. And it changed their perspective and what they want to do in diving. Some people are coming just to do after their cavern course or just want to do this. And then after they jump with you guys and they can see the biggest shark that we can see in amazing condition as well. Because there is option elsewhere, of course, for cavern diving or great white, but I think that what you offer you guys in the Pacific and what we can offer as cavern diving in Mexico is probably the best, you
Yeah.
know. So that's pretty much the feedback that we can get. That what we have here is probably the best in this kind of diving.
Yeah. Do you do free diving as well? Do you do a certain kind of free diving?
We are starting to. Um, I will be honest, I'm not really a specialist in this area. I would like to know a little bit more about it, but yes, we are starting the beginner courses of free diving. Yes.
So I know you guys do the sailfish, right?
Mhm.
That's
Yes,
free
yes,
diving,
we
right?
do.
Oh,
It's just snorkeling.
it's just what?
It's snorkeling.
Ah, snorkeling.
It's just snorkeling, yes. So the sailfish, the safari sailfish is done again, Mother Nature, but generally it starts in January, like beginning mid of January, and it's done. We leave from the Cancun Marina, and then basically it's trying to spot the sardine schools because the sailfish are chasing them, basically, they are hunting them, and jumping in the water very fast and trying to follow them and snorkeling. This is quite a spectacle. This is quite a spectacle because this is the fastest fish on Earth, and when you see them going through this mass of sardines, it's quite impressive. It's quite impressive. Um, it's a very small window to this safari. Generally, it's January, February, approximately.
Okay. Yeah, we do have that here as well in Baja California. We don't offer that tour, but I know some people do the sailfish here as well, and they say
Mhm.
it's amazing. Yeah.
Yes, yes, it's crazy. I mean, it's because I mean, seeing a sailfish during diving, it's I think in probably 20 years, I think I've seen maybe it once in Playa del Carmen. Actually, I've seen some sailfish in a dive, but I mean, it's elusive. So to have the opportunity at this moment of the year to do this safari, it's as well something unique, definitely.
So it's kind of a thing to consider when you're coming to Mexico, right? Considering, oh, I'm going on February, what I'm gonna see, and then I want to go and see the white shark, and then it's like, I always tell people, if you're coming to Mexico, take a long time or do only one area, but do it well, because there's like so much variety. You can do so much, right? But you need time.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
I
no,
think you
that's what.
guys actually, like, going with you guys is ideal, because you guys can actually plan everything to fit in a period of time, right?
Yes, yes. So basically, what I do now since a couple of years, I'm in the reservation department, and we are dealing with the dive and stay. And basically, we ask, okay, what do you want to do? How long do you have? Are you here with your family? Are you here solo diving? What do you prefer to do? What is your main interest? And from what they are answering us, we can create the most suitable offer. We can of course create a package with transfer from the airport, resort stay, because we have special rates in all the resorts where we have our dive centers. We offer as well a land tour, because a part of the diving we have as well quite a lot of offer on land. So if you want to discover a little bit the Mayan culture, they can. We have Tulum, Kovac, Chichen Itza, and so on. So yes, we really can offer a global offer, and then of course a combination with you guys in the Pacific when the people have enough time. Or sometimes they just ask for you guys. Like, it's really, we have a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Do they ever want to dive, like, we here have Cavapulmo, and the local area to dive is amazing as well. Do you also organize diving here in Baja, but like diving Cavapulmo and then locally, and then maybe going to Guadalupe?
Most of our guests are asking for Guadalupe, Socorro, Cabo a little bit because it's becoming a little bit more famous. Local dive, not as much, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's not as famous, the local
Exactly.
diving, but and that happened to me before I came to live here in Cabo. I didn't know what can offer the local diving, and I can just say everyone that is listening that if you come to Cabo, I totally recommend to do 1 day diving here locally, and it's like 5 minutes from the marina, and it's just, we actually offer that when we go into Socorro. You do a warm up in which you go and dive here for free, one dive, and then that same day you go to Socorro. So it's a really good experience, and then you actually warm up the diving, and then you just go to Socorro. But yeah.
Yes, yes. I think your destination as ours, that because people really know about the cenotes, or they heard about Palanca, they just want to do this, which is a little bit of pity, because as you say, there's a lot to offer elsewhere and in local, of course.
We have a question. You have a base in Dominican Republica, right?
Yes, we have one in Valladolid. Yes.
Did you do connect trips like from Dominican and Mexico and something like that, or?
No, not really. Generally, people which are going to the Dominican Republic, they stay in the Dominican Republic. I think it's simply because of the flight connection.
Yeah.
I think it's the main issue here. So when we have requests for Dominican Republic, it's just for Dominican Republic. Yes.
So what's your best dive cenote?
I will have to admit that I'm not like the Cenotes girl. I'm
No?
more an ocean girl. Yeah, I'm more an ocean girl. I really like Dos Ojos.
Okay.
Dos Ojos is, Dos Ojos is really famous, and it's quite open. I like really the lights that you see entering. It's very special. But I know a lot of people are craving for El Pit or Angelita, which are as well very special.
Yeah, I have done Dos Ojos, but I haven't done Angelita, and they say like it's amazing.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
it's really something special, definitely. It's another world.
Yeah. We have a question from Jen. What did you see in Dominican Republica?
So in Dominican Republic, it's a pretty standard dive in the Caribbean. You can see as well turtles, rays, barracuda. It's a pretty standard diving in the Caribbean, and there's as well a wreck, which is quite famous. So yes, you have to come and discover. It's really nice as well. Very nice landscape.
That's nice. Mm. So, are you planning to come to Guadalupe again?
I think I want to go to Socorro.
You want to go to Socorro? Yeah, Socorro is really nice. Yeah.
Yes, I want to go to Socorro first.
Yeah.
I have to plan this for next winter.
Well, in Socorro we have the oceanic mantas. Do you have them as well in the Caribbean, right?
So with the manta, we can see them sometimes during the whale shark season in summer, because there's a big congregation of plankton. Whale shark are here, and as well sometimes you can see manta, as well dolphins. But this is not something that you can see like in a regular basis.
Yeah. But the whale shark, is that a trip that you do as well?
The whale shark, they are here in summer. They are here from the season starts from June 1st to mid-September, and we actually guarantee the encounter. It's how sure we are that they're gonna be here. So if you don't see them, yes, if you don't see them, you can go again for free. No, it's just insane. It's like you have a soup of whale sharks some days. You know, it's like, oh, there's one here. Oh, but there's another one here, and here, and here, and here. No, it's just crazy, really. I think it's probably one of the best place to swim with whale sharks. You can really see them up close. They're feeding at the surface. So you don't have to be a diver, obviously, because it's just snorkeling. So it's kid friendly as well. No, that's such a nice tour to do, really.
Wow.
And maybe the chance to see dolphins, manta, or devil rays as well. Yes.
I actually went once to Isla Mujeres to see the whale shark, and we saw some mantas. Like two big mantas, and I'm like, wow. But I have to say that compared to the mantas of Socorro, the interaction is totally different.
It's different, yes.
Yeah, in Socorro it's kind of like like you have the whale shark for sure. In Socorro it's kind of like, I could say 99% you're gonna see the mantas, but it's wildlife. You never know like what can happen.
Yeah.
It's kind of a sure thing that on your trip you're gonna see the mantas at least once.
Yes.
We have a question. Have you found any archaeology?
Our team mostly guiding, so we are not doing exploration, but there is some divers, cave divers, which are specialized more in exploration, and which did discover archaeology item. Yes.
Oh. We have another question. You guys have some great promos running right now, right?
Yes, we do. We do. We do. Actually, if you go to our website, prodiveinternational.com/specials, you have all our special deals that are running this month. So you can actually earn up to 30% extra on your purchase, and it's valid for 5 years. So you can buy it now and come within 5 years. We can as well provide vouchers if you're not sure which package you want to buy. Gift voucher as well. And we have as well really good deal with the resorts because of the situation that we have now. The resort and us are offering really good offer, and for the resort, it's for all 2021. So yes, please go and check, and you can send us chat message, email, or any social media, and we will be pleased to answer any request and customize the package.
Oh, that's great. So you can use it anytime for 5 years.
Yes.
That's great.
So that's quite an exceptional. It's I think never seen such a good deal.
Yeah, I've never heard such a great deal.
Yeah, I mean, we of course are aware that it's really a delicate time, and that most of people are quite uncertain about what's going to happen, and maybe traveling into 2020 maybe it's going to be more complicated, but we are hopeful, and I think we have to be hopeful that it's going to start again. And that's why we want to give this opportunity to our divers to come and have the time to plan their trip and feel safe. Most of it. That's what is important, to feel safe.
Yeah. Well, amazing. Amazing. We have a question. Do you have a lot of kids coming to see the whale shark?
Yes, of course, because in summer we have a lot of family. I mean, July, August with school holidays, of course, there's more families coming, and yes, we do. I'm not gonna lie, they have to be able to swim. So generally, we ask minimum age 5 or 6 years old, and that they are able to swim and confident in the water. Even though it's mandatory to wear a life jacket for safety matter, but yes, you have to be comfortable in the water. But yeah, kids, yes, of course, and to actually watch kids seeing those giant, gentle creature, you have to see the stars in their eyes. It's such a great experience. If it's such a great experience for us adults, imagine how the kid might feel seeing this.
Yeah, and I think that's the best education that a kid could have, seen animals and fall in love of the environment, the ocean, and then protect it, right? We have a question. Are you doing something to protect the whale to the tourists?
So there is contribution to the marine park in when you go to this safari. There is a contribution to the marine park and conservation. So we have this program where we're contributing to this program in for the whale shark and as well for the bull shark. Yes, of course.
Okay. Yeah, because I have seen the difference between what you guys have in Playa del Carmen to what is being done here in La Paz. So the conditions are way better in Playa del Carmen in terms of water and stuff, but I've seen that you guys are having a lot of tourism with the whale shark, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually did swim with whale shark in La Paz, and yes, it was much different. I think maybe because it's done maybe since a longer time here. I think maybe there's more rules and regulation, and over the year, it's actually getting more and more enforced, which is good. Which is good because it's always the same, when there's too much people, people want to take advantage, and that's when come abuse. And that's not what we want. Obviously, we want the whale shark to be healthy, stay here, and come again. We do not want to disturb any of the ecosystem, of course.
Yeah, and then you would just make the shark go away by having that much, not sticking to the rules and not taking care of the
Yes.
animal. Then it works the other way around, and then there's no sharks, and then
Yes.
there's no tourism.
Yes.
And, yeah.
That's the sad reality. I've been in other places in the world where it was quite common to see whale shark, and then it became super famous, and then it was not the same after because too many abuse. So yes, we really have to be strict about this and really reinforce all those rules that it's for the whale shark, or when you're in a marine park in Cozumel, or when you're diving with bull shark. We as diver, we have to, I think it's a duty to really try to educate people. It's not just because someone wants the picture or wants to touch or etc. that they can do whatever they want. It's not this way. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think less people makes a better experience when you're swimming with a shark and just kind of seeing not stress and more natural than a lot of people, and that makes a better experience for the tourists as well. So
Exactly.
we hope that
Absolutely.
that gets better, and yeah. Um, we don't have any questions right now. We here in Guadalupe actually we have some kids, and it's amazing. Like little kids have come and dived with the white shark. Like
I've seen
yeah, I've seen the video. So guys, if you haven't seen it, there's a video where you can see. I don't know how old they are, but maybe 8, top.
it's quite cool. Huh?
Yeah, and they go and dive with a white shark, and I'm like, wow, like that's amazing.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy because it's like, wow, now you're teaching people, like little kids, from like just not being scared of something that just society has put it as a bad thing. Do you have that
Yes.
like with the bull sharks in Playa del Carmen?
The difference is that we cannot do that because it's deep.
Mm.
That's the thing. It's a 25-meter deep. Because in Guadalupe you do this in a cage, and I think it's the surface cage. So there's not, and it's not the scuba. It's kind of snuba. So that's why it's a bit different. Unfortunately, we cannot do this in Playa del Carmen, but we do take kids for diving in shallow reef in Cozumel or in Playa del Carmen and in Cenotes as well from 12 years. So, yes. And of course, we do bubble maker.
You do what? Sorry.
Bubble maker program.
Okay.
From 8 years old. So we do as well this in the pool, and sometimes we can do it as well from the beach, considering weather conditions.
We have another question from Jen. Where are your crew from? Do they speak different language?
So we are really multi-language company. The company is German, so we have German speaker. We have, of course, a Spanish speaker because we are in Mexico. We have French speaker, Italian, Russian, those are the most European language, of course, English. So yes, we are a little bit from all over the world, honestly. A lot of European, Australian, yes, from everywhere, really.
Oh, well, I think our time is running out. Is there something that you would like to add, Florence?
I think we speak a lot about a lot of things. So please, guys, if you have more questions about our activities, just go on our website, send us an email, and we will be pleased to welcome you in Mexico, Riviera Maya, or in Dominican Republic. And thanks for the invitation. That was very nice of you.
No, thank you. And guys, so far our trip to Guadalupe, it's kind of a sure thing. So if you guys want to look it up with Dive ProDive, or you want to contact us, please feel free to do it. And thank you for being here, and hope to see you next Saturday. Bye.
Bye.